Welcome back, puppy. Welcome back as we are loading into our upper semi-finals. We're loading into your favorite matchup, a ZvZ.
ZvZ. This is what I like, a ZvZ between my Peruvian fella and the TheZergLord.
Exactly.
Do you want me to introduce Rio?
Go for it, mate. Go for it. Why did you say his name?
In the in the bottom left side of the map, Glittering Ashes representing the CranKy Ducklings. He is playing for Italy. He's Rio.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Glittering Ashes LE, we have the Brazilian Zerg player himself representing Team Super. It is TheZergLord.
Supérala, huevón.
But yeah, it's really cool to see Team Super, investing in StarCraft as much as they have, picking up players. There's good and there's bad, but so far from what we can tell, it's mostly positive. TheZergLord, Paco Mike, Davo, all.
Tell me more about Super. What is Super? Why? Who made it? When it started? I once log into my game and I see everyone in this team.
True.
What happened?
True. Team Super is run by a person with the ID called Super Extra. Super Extra. And he is a fan of StarCraft. Before he started the team, he was actually running tournaments, I think for LTK, for License to Kill. And he was doing like 4v4 tournaments. He was like doing team game tournaments. And he is a very wealthy person. He has a very nice job, and he wanted to invest even further into StarCraft. So one day he decided, you know what? I've been sponsoring all these tournaments. Why don't I start a pro team as well? So he just reached out to a bunch of people. I'm pretty sure he got a bunch of players from LTK. I think he got Maples. He got Password from ZvZ Esports. He just got a lot of players from North America and Latin America, and he just kind of grew from there. Like, I'm pretty sure he relied on Password to get a lot of the Latin American players and the Koreans as well. I'm pretty sure all the Koreans that he got are from ZvZ. Like, they just got like
Koreans?
a bunch of them. Yeah.
Which Koreans?
Like Rebellion, Lunacy, Stephen Curry, like those guys.
Stephen Curry.
Like a bunch of those Korean players, like they joined Team Super as well. So yeah. They also got a bunch of high profile names as well. The biggest ones are Patty Mac and Trigger. They got Patty Mac and Trigger.
That's a good Patty Mac. No.
Yeah, feels bad, man. But it's basically just a passionate guy who started his own team. It's still a little bit up in the air with how much longevity they have, because it's one of those things where they're relying on him. They don't have any team sponsors. It's just him. So,
It's just Super Extra.
Yeah.
Wow, you have to really love StarCraft to invest in this game.
Yeah, what's not to love, man? StarCraft, it's great. It's a great game.
I mean, alone, it's a tough decision.
I mean, that's what Chivo was. Chivo was the same. It was one guy.
Is it for real? I think TMNB also was the same.
Yeah. There's a lot of like passion project teams. That's why like
Chivo had a really good logo. I love it.
Yeah. The goat.
It was really cool.
El Chivo. El Chivo. Yeah, if you remember, it was because of COVID, like the owner of Chivo, he started making less money because of COVID. Like he was having a harder time with his business, so that's why they disbanded. So it can be a hard thing, but hopefully, I wish the best for Team Super, and we'll see how their players can go here, because so far in the ZvZ, pretty standard.
Very standard. I think there's nothing special happening this game. We have been talking of Team Super. What do you expect from Super players on Dreamhack qualifiers?
I mean, they had some really solid pickups. Like, honestly, they're gonna do really well. Like, Patty Mac and Trigger are some of the best up-and-coming players in NA. TheZergLord, Davo, and Parker Mike are very strong Latin American players, so they could qualify for the closed qualifier as well, or even the main event. So very solid pickups, and but at the same time, you know, they're up against the Ducklings.
They're up against the Ducklings.
Yeah, you know, Ryu and Vindicta, they're pretty good as well, just saying. So we'll see how they do so far. Both players haven't been skipping anything. Like, they both went for their Baneling Nest, they both went for their third bases. Very, very passive game so far. And there aren't too many differences. Ryu has been able to squeeze out a couple extra drones, so he's been able to get away with a little bit more, but very small differences,
Yeah, they have been playing the exact same timings, the exact same builds. I mean, there's a difference. Ryu's taking +2 attack and +1 defense, and Serdar only getting +2 attack, but that's it.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a timing here where Ryu is going to have 2-1 faster than the ZergLord has 2-1. So maybe he's gonna be able to hit that timing. Ryu is pushing out across the map to try and apply some pressure to this fourth base, but the ZergLord is here in time as well. He has a couple. He pulls back. So this fourth is a little bit under threat.
There's a big difference on taking 2-1 on ZvZ late.
+2 is like usually like the timing you want to hit. Like, +2 affects your roaches the most. So like +2 timings can be really strong. Meanwhile, oh my god, actually the ZergLord, he's going for a Bane drop. He's going for Banes. Ah!
Oh.
Oh god, MV, does he notice? He does split at the last moment, and the Banelings only get 3 drones.
Great drones. Great job by Ryu.
Yeah, he's able to defend in time, and Ryu is doubling down on his roaches as they all, as we see a little bit of patrol micro. They're happy, mate. They're happy because Burrow is about to finish up, and we have tunneling claws. This is what Ryu enjoys doing. He's just, again, he's not going to be taking all the way up into lurkers, not yet. Oh, but the ZergLord is doing the same thing.
Tunneling claws, but Ryu, he has an advantage in every single thing. He's getting tunneling claws faster, +2 faster, +1 faster.
Yeah. Like, hopefully he, like, again, it's on Ryu to make use of this, right? Because there's a window, there's a timing where he has all these advantages. If he waits too long, the ZergLord is going to catch up. And how is he going to catch up? I mean, with things like this, he's going for some roach drops. Maybe they can pull apart his opponent. The Ryu, this hatchery is actually getting really low. Oh my god.
What?
As the tunneling claw roaches get revealed a little bit, at the same time we have that double drop, but the main army of Ryu is here to defend.
Defend, yeah.
And those tunneling claw roaches, mate, they're back. And again, I'm really concerned about this fourth base.
I'm not really concerned about this 4 base. I think in the long term, Ryu will be winning this game because you see the difference in the economy. Ryu has the exact same amount of drones, but he has one more base than the ZergLord. The distribution of his drones is better actually.
Yeah, they are slightly better here for Ryu. Also, the ZergLord, he's trying to make these drops work, and it looks like, maybe he can get a queen. Oh, transfuse just in time. Ryu is gonna have to stay at home though to help to try and deal with this harassment, and it's giving the ZergLord room to finally move out across the map as well.
ZergLord has 54 roaches and 5 ravagers, and Ryu has 41 roaches and 5 ravagers, lighting on 4 ravagers. But they have the exact same supply. Oh, he has 12 hydras.
Yeah.
We'll be seeing lurkers pretty soon.
Yes.
And in this kind of games, lurkers are game changing.
Yes. Hydras are on the way. Lurker Den just finished up. The ZergLord is going in a different direction. Instead of going for lurkers, he's going for a Spire. And I think this is maybe a bit of a mistake. Spire is really good for Roach versus Roach. The problem is that the ZergLord, he sees Infestation Pit, but he hasn't seen the Hydra Den, so he doesn't know.
He doesn't know, mate. He's un copium. Yeah.
He doesn't know, but here we go. We do see a bit of a Roach run by here. Yo, the hatchery is being targeted down. Ryu is going to be able to meet up here, but is it going to be a little bit too late? Up, up.
Oh! Nice, he got the base, right? He got the base of Ryu. No, well, Ryu also got the base from the Zergler.
Yeah, exactly. At the same time, the Zergler is going to try and push up the middle of the map, but we already have lurkers ready and waiting. So Ryu, he defends against the push, and as you said, he evens up the base count.
Mutas.
Yeah. Mutas are on the way. To be fair, there aren't a lot of Hydras, so there's not a lot of anti-air.
So it's kind of a good idea. And Ryu doesn't have a lot of gas, so actually, if the StarLord gets a window to kill all the Hydras, he will be able to clean all the lurkers.
Exactly. It's a bit of a gamble, but he's going to try and pull it off at the same time. We have another Roach run by here at the 5th base of Ryu, and the mutas are finally coming out. Does Ryu have enough to really deal with this? He doesn't have that many Hydras.
He doesn't have that many Hydras, but he's making Vipers right now, and even more Hydras. He's getting the upgrades, he's getting the Hydra-specific upgrades.
Yeah, range is on the way. We have adaptive talents on the way as well. The mutas were a little bit distracted chasing down some roaches. So the mutas going for the counterattack is a little bit delayed. Hydras are already in position. Vipers still need a little bit more time to gather that energy.
Oof. I think just Ryu can just push and just try to kill the server in one move. Maybe I don't think that's a bad idea.
The Vipers!
Oh, the Vipers!
No! The Vipers, they were left idle and both Vipers get sniped!
Both Vipers from the Ryu dies and he gets... wait! No, okay.
Yeah, the mutas,
that was really bad for the Zergler.
Yeah, the mutas maybe could have taken that fight, but they end up backing up. At the same time, Ryu went for a massive Roach run by. We have Roaches here at the 5th base, at the 4th base, at the 3rd base as well. Drones are falling left and right, and he even snipes the hatchery.
Massive brain by Ryu by taking this approach in the game, and he has now a big advantage.
Yeah. And he's not stopping. Like, there are still roaches here at the natural base. More roaches are being sent out as well. And this is important because, again, roaches aren't the best unit right now. We were talking about it. We need Vipers, we need Hydras, we need anti-air, we need more lurkers. The time of roaches have come and gone, and the ZergLord is still stuck with this. Like, where's his lurker den? Like, he's still working on the hive.
He's just working. He's still getting more and more roaches. He's stuck on their tech. He's just getting hive, as you said. This is not really the way you should be playing this.
Oh no!
Oh, ZergLord lost all his hydras, and Ryu can just end this game.
Yeah, exactly. He can just move out. At the same time, we do have a bit of a roach run by, so the ZergLord wants to buy some time, wants to try and deal some counter damage, but the reinforcements are going to be enough. Ryu doesn't turn around. He knows how much of an advantage he has. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, look away.
That last footage was...
the power of the lurker, you know?
Yeah, the power of lurker.
GG. I do think that the ZergLord, he was keeping up for a while there. It was cool, he was keeping up all the way in the mid game, you know, going for his own roaches, going for his own counterattacks, going back and forth, killing base, getting his own base killed at the same time, like trading. But tech-wise, he didn't really go in the best direction. Like, mutas can be okay, but you were talking about it, like Hydra, Lurker, Viper, that is the ideal endgame composition in ZvZ.
Yeah, ideal game. Game ending composition.
That's what you want. That's what you want.
Ooh.
Oof.
Like, I think after this game, I mean, after this series, I will have to go to sleep. Like,
Okay, it's
I'm
okay.
really tired.
It's okay. So what time is it in Peru? ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es?
In Chile,
Eh,
it's actually
Chile.
11 p.m.
Oh.
But I sleep like no time. I didn't sleep today.
Wait, didn't you say that you had a nap before Sentimiento Latino?
Yeah. But it was because I slept like 3 hours in the
Ah,
morning.
okay, okay. It's all good.
I
It's all
had a test today.
good. Mm.
Insurance contract.
I mean, at least you are here for the semifinals. I appreciate you coming on for as long as you could, and at least you are still here for one of Los Patitos as well.
Yeah. And in the bottom left side of the map, Hardwire, representing the CranKy Ducklings himself, he is the Peruvian star player, Ryu.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Hardwire LE, we have the Brazilian Zerg player himself representing Team Super, currently down in this series, but not out, not yet. It is the ZergLord. And yeah,
You see no weird style. They're playing the exact same again.
yeah, that's probably the most interesting from the ZergLord, right? Like, he just lost in a very long macro game, so you would think maybe he would open up with a pull first, but no, still goes for the hatch.
Still goes for the hatch. But the pull by Ryu was faster. I think it was one supply less, faster than Inserter, something like that.
Yes. Very slight difference here, but because of this, Ryu will have a little bit faster gas income here. Not the biggest deal though. It's not the biggest difference. Just a slight difference. But yeah, I just wanted to say that I was really impressed with how the ZergLord was playing last game. Like, up until the Muta switch, like he was even for the most part with Ryu. So yeah, I was very impressive.
The big difference between these kind of Zerg players that are at the peak of their skill is that they have a plan for the gameplay. I mean, Ryu is a very structural player. He likes to do the things the way he likes to.
Mhm.
He knows when to block the roach, what to do if he's getting cheese, what to do if he's getting attacked, when to get lair, when to get hive. These decisions is what make the difference between him and other players that don't go for us, that don't have a pillar style as him.
Yeah. He's very formulaic. And there are pros and cons to that, right? Like, unlike Jim Rising, I think we can both agree that Ryu is a lot more predictable, right? Like, he's not very cheesy, he's not crazy. But even though he's predictable, like, he's just very, very good at what he does. You know, he's very well practiced, he's very well refined. And that's what's, like, scary about Ryu. And that's what the ZergLord has to try and overcome. Unlike Ryu, the ZergLord is sometimes a little bit more unpredictable, and this is a part of it. The ZergLord, he's going for a very fast Roach Warren.
Very fast Roach Warren. But also going for Bane Nest and also going for Link Speed, so he's not making any more drones.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. He is going to be going all in here, and Ryu sees the third. He sees all these lings, so he knows that he has to defend his third base, but he still doesn't know there's layers here. It's going to be Ling Bane followed up by roaches.
Okay, we'll see how he defends this. How Ryu defends this push. I think he has more than enough Veilings to defend this.
Yeah, like the Ling Bane portion, I feel like Ryu should be fine here. Like, he's got 4 Banelings. As long as his control is on point, he is okay. But again, we have roaches coming. And Ryu hasn't seen this, not yet. He's about to see this now with these overlords. And he's going to have to take this a little bit more seriously. Ooh, as one Baneling gets baited out. Oh my god.
It's baited out. Oh,
What?
how those? What?
How did Ryu get in? At the same time he does harass, he also goes for a scout. He sees the Roach Warren.
He is no drones in the natural base of the ZergLord, and I'm worried for the Brazilian. Oh,
Oh my god.
I'm worried for the Brazilian Zerg. I think this will be enough. If the push fails, Rio will have a big advantage in this game.
Exactly. Ryu, he's getting spine crawlers at his natural base. He's getting prepared to give up on that third base if he needs to. One queen almost gets
His Roach
caught
Warren
out.
is ready.
It's ready. It's ready.
Zerg will take on this tiered base.
Yeah, I think this is a safe move by the ZergLord. He goes for the third base, doesn't try to break the natural, not yet.
Zerg getting 10 more drones. He's running up.
Yeah,
He's coming back.
He's trying to transition. At the same time, Ryu goes for a massive counterattack. Any drones here at the third base are going to get picked off. Honestly, this is pretty big. Again, Ryu has to do whatever he can because he just lost his own base.
Yeah, he just lost his own third base. He has to respond to this. He has to... I think it should be a good idea for Rio to attack. Or not really. What do you think, like?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of risky. Like, Ryu does have the drone advantages, right? So he can hit a later timing. Like, we can see +1 already started for him. We can see a timing with +1 or maybe a timing with +2. Like, he should be able to macro up well enough if he holds onto this third base. Like, he should be able to get further ahead the longer this goes on.
They're going for Lair. I think Rio doesn't have Lair still.
Yeah.
Maybe ZergLord would try to go for Muras with this time.
I really like that. I really like that, to be honest, because as we have a bit of a main run by it, nice splits.
Well,
But we know that like overall he's gonna be behind in roaches, right? He's gonna have worse upgrades. So going straight into a spire would be a really nice way to try and catch Ryu off guard. Ryu just scouted the timing of the lair, so maybe he knows. But we can see there is no spire.
There's no spire, right? But there is a Lair. And ZergLord really likes to play with his Muras.
Yeah. I agree. Like there is like a window here to maybe go into meters. Like he's even taking all 6 of his gases. He is working on roach speed, so he's focused on roaches for the time being and droning up and trying to catch up as well. And yeah, things are kind of slowing down here for both of our players.
Yeah, the game is getting a slower approach. They're both going for a macro game. So they're taking the 4th base. Rio also taking the 4th base. They're both getting his upgrades, his tech, his drone count up. ZergLord will... Oh. That was a cancel by Rio. Word. For a second I thought that was a kill.
Yeah, that was almost a kill. At the same time, another Ling run by here at the natural base gets a kill on another queen. At the same time, 2 Banelings being morphed in here in the main base. Ryu, he sees!
He knows! He knows and he kills. He kills the Banelings.
Oh, he will be able to clean up those Banelings. But again, Ryu needs his 4th base up and running. As the ZergLord does have a little bit of an advantage there, a little bit of a faster base. But Ryu, oh my god, he's pushing out now without +2. He's like, let's go.
He's getting a +1 timing against the +1 of ZergLord. So is Ryu gonna take his queens onto attack?
Okay, it looks like he's he's thinking about it. He's, do I want to push out? Do I not want to push out? I don't know. There we go. He's moving out once again. Overall, Ryu does have the slightly higher army supply, so maybe he can take a fight, but okay, he will back off.
This was, that move was just a distraction. He was trying to make some Ling run bys on the natural and in the 3rd phase, sort of. Still.
Yeah, he's trying to force his way through. He's getting on top of the Ravagers, Ryu is. There's only 2 Ravagers remaining. He does end up getting one of them, and with the reinforcements, I think Ryu should... Oh my god, actually, he's getting surrounded.
Getting surrounded. The ZergLord is getting more and more roaches, more and more supply, and he's ahead right now.
Oh god, he's ahead by 20 supply right now. Ryu maybe throwing away all those links wasn't the best idea, as he may have to just give up this base.
No, not enough. Not enough still. Wow, ZergLord really going all in. Well, not really all in, but stopping the drone protection.
Yeah, and this is a little bit risky here from Ryu. Like, again, we see that the ZergLord does have an army advantage right now, and Ryu doesn't care. He goes for a roach drop instead. If the ZergLord attacks now, I think he can probably break through, but Ryu knows that he's repositioning his spine crawlers. He's trying to make sure he holds onto this base. Oh boy.
The ZergLord knows he's repositioning his spine crawlers as he's going for this big concave at the 5th base of Ryu. The 4th base.
Yeah, exactly. The Biles are going to be connecting on the spine crawlers as well. It looks like the ZergLord is going to break through. At the same time, Ryu does go for that drop.
That drop I don't think that drop would be enough because the ZergLord has a lot of roaches on Ryu's face.
Yeah, exactly. Ryu, he wanted to be a little bit cheeky here with this drop, and he did kill a lot of workers, but he's being cleaned up, and the army of the ZergLord is just too great.
It's just too big. Mate, no, Ryu.
The ZergLord is doing it. He breaks on through.
Doing it. He breaks. And we go to the ace match again between Ryu and the ZergLord. You were right at the start of the game. You said that the ZergLord is more of a unpredictable player, and he took that approach, tried to surprise Ryu. He surprised Ryu, and he took him to a position that was uncomfortable for our Duckling.
Yeah. Ryu, he was thinking a little bit too far ahead. I don't know if you saw, but Ryu, he even had a Hydra Den there at the end. It's like, mate, now is not the time for Hydras.
Yeah, he was trying to go for those cheeky lurkers.
Yeah, so like there it shows you that, again, some resources were invested into tech where we needed more army. We needed as many roaches as possible. So Ryu was caught out a little bit there, and now we are going into game number 3. The final game, Los Finales.
Las Finales.
Here we go. Regardless, we are going to have a Zerg player in the grand finals, but who is it going to be? It's still a little bit up in the air. Like, even though I do think that Ryu may be the better overall macro player, his opponent can still hit some very, very strong timings.
Oh, the game started.
We are loading on in. And take it away, Neo. Take it away.
Okay. In the bottom left side of the map, 2000 atmospheres representing the CranKy Ducklings. He is the Peruvian Zerg player. He is Ryu himself.
And spawning in the top right hand corner, going for a 12 full. Let's go. We have the Brazilian Zerg player himself. He is red, representing Team Super. It is the ZergLord.
That's cool. Do you think we will see? No. I was expecting a Sterling drone push.
Oh god. He's not that crazy. But we'll see. We'll keep an eye on things here for the ZergLord. Again, very aggressive opener here. Ryu going for his standard hatch gas pool, so there is an opportunity for the ZergLord to get damage done.
You will get those links as soon as possible, I think. Yeah, 4 links on the way, 6 links on the way. This is a quite and strong build.
Oh.
But, what?
A couple of boys are being pulled as well for some spines. I say some spines. The ZergLord, he's pulling all the boys because he's not throwing down a hatchery. His hatchery is going to be across the map.
He's doing what I said.
He's doing it.
He listened. He listened to us.
Ah! So again, the ZergLord actually doesn't have 300 minerals, so he's not going to be able to throw down a hatchery immediately. And this is going to get scouted.
Ah, he's got the scout. He's about to get scouted by ZergLord.
Go straight for the
By
spines.
real.
Yeah, he goes straight for the spines, but he gets scouted. The boys are being pulled, but the lings are about to rock up.
No.
Oh. Two of the spines get denied, but a third one is still on the way. A second one as well. It looks like the ZergLord gets a decent surround on one of the spine crawlers as well from Ryu.
Ah, this is so chaotic, mate. I don't know who this is gonna end.
Is it gonna be enough? Ryu forces the ZergLord all the way back. Ryu's trying to get a surround on the spine, but it's not gonna work out. The ZergLord gets a surround on Ryu.
Zerg gets a surround and one spine finish up.
Is it going to be enough? The queen comes out just in time. It looks like the Ryu, he holds onto his natural base. He does have the drone deficit. Ooh, and the the spines are in range of the spawning pool.
Where's spawning pool? He would not be able to make more spines or even queens or lings.
Yeah, exactly. The death of this spawning pool is pretty rough, to be honest. I mean, broodlings are going to do some damage here. He actually goes in with the broodlings.
This is quite risky for Rio. This is
Yeah, exactly. Now these lings are all we have to work with.
He maybe needs to pull everything.
Yeah, even the drones as well. No, he's just hiding with the lings.
I don't think this will be enough.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be enough either. The queen goes down.
He has nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing left.
He has nothing to defend.
Ryu, he stayed up. Yeah, he stayed up for so long here to play in this tournament, but the ZergLord is gonna come out on top. GG gets called.
GG with a crazy move by ZergLord. He gets his gamble case paid off. So, Light, we have a final. We have ZergLord against Master.
Yes.
No, yeah, ZergLord against Master.
Yes, an all Brazilian grand finals. GG to Ryu.
GG to Ryu.
His response wasn't bad, but just some issues when it comes to control there in the end. He was a little bit too antsy coming in with his lings, with his drones as well. He got surrounded as well. There were a couple of moments there, like, yeah, the ling drone control was a little bit lacking from the side of Ryu, and you cannot afford to make mistakes in a high pressure situation like that. Well executed by the ZergLord.
Okay, Light. It's time to go to patch. So I'll go to sleep. Thank you for receiving me on this stream. And again, it's been a long time since the last time I cast with along with you. My English is a bit rusty, so that's it. Hope we talk even more. Hope I can get time to play, but actually it's insane. I'm staying on university from literally 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. something like that.
God. I mean, Papi, I appreciate it. I appreciate that you found the time to play some StarCraft and to jump on as well. I've missed you, Neo. I've missed you. And I mean, at the end of the day, of course, university does take priority, and I hope you're doing well in university. All things considered, I hope everything is okay, and I wish you the best of luck. Wish you the best.
Thank you, Light. No, you can't call Larkin to come here. I guess with you on the finals. Good night, mate.
Yes. Buenas noches, papi. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.